Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashraf al-anbiya wal-mursaleen. Sayyidina wal-nabiy wa nabiyina Abil Qasim Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad
wa alihi al-tahirin. My dear uncles, aunties and friends, Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you to the first functional day of 2015 and the annual prize distribution for the Shia Ithna'asheri Madressa Essex for 2014. Allah has rewarded us with an opportunity to learn about our faith, and we express our gratitude by remembering Allah by listening to some of the verses from His holy book. May I request to welcome our friends Leon Ismail and Daniel Haider to enlighten the place with the recitation of the Holy Quran with a loud salawat.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm reciting the Surah of the Elephants because our Holy Prophet Muhammad was born on the year of the elephant. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. Alam yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil. فأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Have you not considered, O Muhammad, how your Lord has dealt with the companions of the elephant? Did He not make their plan into misguidance? And He sent against them birds in flocks, striking them with stones of hard clay. And He made them like eaten straw. Thank you.
Before we proceed, may I request you all to remember our community marhumin and martyrs of Islam all over the world who have been murdered, who have been martyred in the brutal attacks of terrorists in the last year. Let us recite the Surah Al-Fatiha for such people who left us. We are celebrating this day in the holy month of Rabi al-Awwal. This is the month when Allah decided to bless the planet with the birth of a very holy personality, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet himself identified this message as, I have not been sent except to perfect the ethical system, Maqadim al-Akhlaq. Salawat. Our community is proud to be in a family. In this family, we are blessed to have the support and guidance from our parents. In Surah Al-Luqman, Allah reminds us, and we have enjoined man in respect of his parents. His mother bears him with faintings upon faintings, and his weaning takes 2 years. Saying, be grateful to me and both your parents. To me is the final coming. Salawat. May I request you all to welcome our parents' representative, Sayyid Hussain Uncle, to kindly come and speak on behalf of our respected parents. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum. Respected Maulana Sahab, parents, dear children, and Madrasa team. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Firstly, I would like to offer my congratulations to all the followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam on yesterday's birthday for our two noble personalities, the most blessed person on earth, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and our sixth Imam, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. I'm sure we all participated in the celebration, and we pray that we get guidance and source of spiritual light and joy from their lives. Ameen. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Kamar Bhai and all Madrasa teaching and admin staff for their tireless work in educating our children. On behalf of parents and parents' representative, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to Madrasa team for their hard work, dedication, and countless hours of work time that they sacrifice in educating our children. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, an Imam of our time, bless you and reward you abundantly, Ilahi Ameen, here and life after. Can I ask you, all the parents, to join me to thank our teachers and Madrasa staff in the usual way. Thank you very much. My job was to thank, on behalf of parents, Madrasa team. But to make the program slightly interesting, I'd like to share some highlights, some facts and figures, so that you can ponder on those figures to understand what the Madrasa does for us. In terms of the first one, I'd like to highlight the attendance of our children in the Madrasa. MashaAllah, we have good attendance. We've had good attendance last year. And weekly attendance on a good day is around 50 out of 63 students. So on a good day, we miss 13 children. On an average day, weekend, we miss 23. So 40 out of 63. And that really equates to 71% of children on average attend our Madrasa. So the purpose of sharing this figure is to highlight to parents that we should aspire to do slightly better, inshallah, this coming year, so that these numbers go high and our children take advantage of this Madrasa. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Muhammad.
Also, thank you to all those parents who regularly bring their children to the Madrasa. The 100% attendance have been achieved by the following students. I'd like to name them because they deserve. Number one is Hizbullah Ramuzi, Nabila Ramuzi. Well done. Well done for attending 100%. You can sit down now, thank you. We have got, third one is Hani Abbas, Suhail Haji, Kumail Panjwani, and Ammar Abbas. However, I have to confess, Ammar has only achieved 100% because of Hani's punctuality. Salwat. So, can I just say well done to all of you who have attended 100% of Madrasa time, and can I just show our appreciation for these children. The next one, I think it'll be interesting in terms of for you to learn how Madrasa operates and behind the scene what we do and what the admin team does. And that is my way of measuring email traffic generated during the Madrasa year. I think since last year it is customary for me to share with you the highlight of the busiest person in terms of generating email traffic for the Madrasa. So here goes my finding. This is only done last night at 11:30. So the topic of the emails are as follows, and this is the top headings. Imran's farewell, Madrasa enrollment, Balugh classes, annual day, Parents' Day, and Sports Day. So these were the main topic. The total email produced last year for all these activities and more, these were the headlines, were 280 emails. Kamar Bhai, you generated 68 emails using both your personal email account as well as Madrasa email account. So I'm not missing out. Muntazir Bhai, 28. Tipu Bhai, 21. Sister Akila, 17. And Sister Shabnam, 18. So no prize for guessing who topped this year's email generation award. So the top of the list is our one and only Minhaz Bhai. He generated 103 emails during the year. So can I just say the most production award, email production award, goes to Minhaz Bhai. Thank you, Minhaz. Minhaz Bhai, on behalf of our parents and me, because I know in my absence you've been doing a lot of my work, we sincerely thank you for all your dedication and hard work. May Allah always keep you blessed and reward you abundantly. Salawat. Finally, I would like to remind parents that I sent an email requesting one of the parents to come forward and take the opportunity to serve the madrasa and community as parents' representative for the coming year. I am overwhelmed with the response. You might be thinking, really? Sadly, I've had zero response. So can I just please ask you, if you are keen to represent parents in the coming year, please come and see me after the event or see one of the madrasa administration and please give your name. I would really appreciate that. I've been here 2 years and it's an opportunity for any parents to come forward to take this responsibility. Salawat. I would like to leave you with the following saying of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. Allah does not accept any act without knowledge. There is no knowledge without act. So whoever knows, knowledge leads him to act. And whoever doesn't act gets no knowledge. Salawat. And another saying from Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. The best of men is he in whom 5 traits have come together. If he does well, he is cheerful. If he does badly, he seeks forgiveness. If he is distressed, he is patient. And if he is wronged, he forgives. So with those thoughts, I would like to thank you again on behalf of parents, to all the madrasa team and administration for all your hard work. May Allah reward you. Salawat, and thank you for your time and listening to me. Salawat.
Thank you, Hussein Uncle, for your kind address. We have just celebrated the birth of our Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He shares the same birthday with another scholarly Imam, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam has a beautiful saying about knowledge. Allah does not accept any act without knowledge. There is no knowledge without action. So whoever knows, knowledge leads him to an act. And whoever does not act gets no knowledge. His belief becomes little and little. Salawat. We are lucky to have a scholar teaching in the madrasa. Today we will have his knowledge shared with us when he delivers our annual Sayyid Zainab lecture. May I request you all to invite Sheikh Abbas Ismail to teach us all together and gain benefit of his knowledge. Salawat.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Respected students, parents, Madrasa principal, president of Jamaat, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'd just like to welcome you all once again to this annual day of ours, and the presentations will follow. And also to appreciate each and every one of you, both the students in front of me, the parents who are working hard to get their children here, the teachers who are tirelessly teaching, the representatives, the administrators, the principal, and all the other hidden components of this madrasa which bring it all together. Can we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward them all, and let's gift them all the sawab of one salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Now, in my brief address just now, what I would like to do is make a very interactive session. I'm going to be asking a few questions, and the children in the front will get the first priority to answer the questions. And if they don't know, then the children at the back will get the second priority, the bigger children, to answer these questions. So I'm looking for an answer to each of these. Okay? So our topic today is going to be a few points regarding the life of our Holy Prophet. And we're going to go on a journey, a historical journey. How the Holy Prophet came about, his mission, the kind of things he stood for, and some of our duties as well towards him. So let's have a look at some of these things. So the first question is, what is the first thing which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created? The very first thing that Allah created. Zain Muhammad, I saw your hand first.
The earth.
The earth. Possibly. Anyone else? Yes, brother?
The angels.
The angels, possibly.
The heavens.
The heavens.
I forgot.
You forgot? Okay. Prophet Adam. So we're looking for the very first thing, yeah? The very, very first thing. Zain Muhammad again?
The universe.
The universe. That's getting a bit closer now. Anyone else want to have a guess? What was the first thing that Allah created? Yes, brother?
Sun.
The sun.
Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Everything.
Everything. Okay, now, so you very, very good answers here. How about the bigger children at the back, the parents? The first thing that Allah created. Okay, go on then.
Me?
You, He created you first.
No, oxygen.
Oxygen,
No.
possibly. Anyone else want to have a guess? The light of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is the light of the Holy Prophet. He created the light, the nur of Rasulullah first. And then from there, everything else came about. Can you believe the power and the majesty and the special status of this soul of the Holy Prophet? That from this one soul, Allah then creates all the other good things. Right. Second question, what was the second thing Allah created after the soul of the Holy Prophet? We had this answer in the previous answers. Yes, you.
Earth. Universe.
Universe, correct. So, according to Nahj Balagha, Prophet's soul first, then the universe. Third thing that Allah created. Let me see some new hands, yes. Prophet Adam, okay. Prophet Adam, think about Prophet Adam's story. We hear some things about Prophet Adam's story. There was another creation before Hazrat Adam. Angels, yes. Can we have one salawat for that, please? He created the angels. Then He created something which looked like Prophet Adam. Now, we usually hear that Allah created Prophet Adam, but Prophet Adam's creation came in two stages. The first stage was, He created the statue of Hazrat Adam. He created just the physical form of clay of Prophet Adam. But then He granted Prophet Adam his spirit. Allah says in the Quran that human beings have a part of that divine spirit in them, that divine spark. Just now, if you see a statue or even a dead body, it is lifeless. What is the thing that gives it that life? It is the soul, isn't it? And that soul has come from Allah. So once Allah gives the soul into the body which He created of Hazrat Adam, what happens next? What did Allah say to all the angels? Prostrate to Hazrat Adam, yes, as a mark of respect. Now, was that prostration just for Hazrat Adam? Just for him? Was it for the other prophets as well? Was it for the Imams as well? Could we say it was for other people as well? What do you think? Only for Hazrat Adam? Someone said no? What, so for all the prophets, all the Ahlul Bayt, yes, but we would go one step further. In Islam, we would go one step further, and we would say for the Imams as well, for the 12th Imam, but for all human beings. Human beings as a general collective are regarded as superior to angels. So as a mark of respect for all Adami, all human being, all Bashar, we have this mark of respect from the angels. Now, what happens then is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates Nabi Adam. He asks the angels to prostrate. One of them refuses. That was Shaitan, yes? And what was the reason he gave? Why did he refuse? The boys are very active here. The girls, I need to see some activity.
He said he was made of fire, which is better than clay.
Excellent. He said he was made of fire and he was better than clay. So he was proud, wasn't he? Yeah? So Shaitan was proud, and Allah throws him out of heaven and says, you don't belong here anymore. You can't stay in this place anymore because you've shown some pride. So Allah gives him the time until resurrection, until the day of resurrection, to live and to last until that final time, because he had done some good deeds before that. So Allah rewarded him with this permission to stay until the end of time. Now, what we see then is that from Hazrat Adam's time, we have many, many different prophets. How many prophets were there in total? Yeah, you. Yeah. How many prophets were there in total? You know, okay, no problem. 124,000 prophets, that's a large number. Every time there was a prophet, Allah does something different with each prophet. He gives them a little bit more information to tell the people. He gives them a little bit more information to give us. The books get a bit bigger, they become more detailed. Now, the way we look at this in our religion, and we are unique in this aspect, is we believe that every single prophet brought the same kind of message. It may have been called Christianity at one time, it may have been called Jewish religion or Judaism at one time, it may have been called Islam at one time. Forget the name is not important. The important thing is they all came from the same source, from the same place, with the same mission. This is why you never find amongst the prophets any difference of belief. They all preach that there's only one God. They all preach the same kind of ethics and morals and lessons for us to follow. Okay? Now, it's like this. If you think about a city, let's take this city of ours, Chelmsford. In this city, if there were like 5 or 10 people living in the city, would we need the detailed laws and regulations and traffic laws and all these different laws that we have? Would we need all these laws if there were just 10 people living in this big city? So as humans increase, as our thinking increases, as our intellect increases, we have more need of more detailed laws. So finally, Allah sends the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because human beings reached a stage where they were absolutely ready for the final message. Now, let's discuss some of the things that we can do as followers of the Holy Prophet to honor the Holy Prophet. Because we love the Holy Prophet, don't we? We want to honor him. We want him to be happy with us. So what kind of things can we do to honor our Holy Prophet? Let's have some ideas from you guys. Zain.
We can do as much salawat as we could, and we can give it to
That's a very nice suggestion. I really like that suggestion. So what Zain is saying is that we can recite salawat. Let's have one salawat now, please. We can recite salawat for the Holy Prophet and then gift it to him. So once you do something, you can say to Allah that I don't want this sawab, I want the sawab of this act to go to Rasulullah or any of the Ahlul Bayt. And for that you get double sawab, because number one, you are doing the action, and number two, you are being kind enough to gift it to one of the Ahlul Bayt. So you actually get double the sawab. So that's one thing we can do. What else can we do? What else can we do to honor our Holy Prophet? Yes. Teach other people. What would you teach them?
The right thing, not the wrong thing. If they're doing something bad, you should try and teach them to be doing the right thing instead of the wrong.
So you teach them the good things, yeah? And stop them from doing the bad things. So let's take that idea. How could we teach other people? What is the best way of teaching someone?
To start by making it simple and then making it a bit more difficult and
So you make things simple,
Yeah.
make them understand simple things, yeah? What about any of the girls? How would you teach someone? What's the best way of learning from someone? Come on, let's admit it. Going into the classroom, sitting down, the teacher's talking, it can be a bit boring sometimes, isn't it? So what's the best way of teaching someone? Praying namaz, okay. You could show people prayer. Yeah? Make sure they're listening, yeah, okay. Can I ask you, did the Holy Prophet have a school that he ran? Did he build a big university? Did he have a college? Did he have a timetable? How did he teach people? That's a nice answer, by being a positive role model. So what do we mean by role model?
Behaving in a manner which will appeal to others and make them more likely to follow what you're saying. And you feel if you've got a consistent pattern of doing something, then more people are likely to believe what you're saying as well.
So by being a good person and someone seeing you as a good person, they're more likely to copy you or to admire you, and then they'll find out more about you. That was one of the best ways, the best way actually, that the Holy Prophet taught others. He would just be in their company, and because of his conduct and his behavior, they would love him, they would love to be around him, because they saw him as kind, merciful, they saw him as generous. He would give them time, he would give them attention. These are the things that our young people are actually craving. You see one thing, whenever you have a particular charismatic person or a movement, and people become attached to someone, especially the young ones, it is because of their love, attention and time that they can give to these people. It is the time which is really, really important. Now, just to finish off, let me quote you something from Nahj Balagha of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wassalam. Imam in the Nahj Balagha describes the Holy Prophet. He describes the mission of the Holy Prophet. And he says something very interesting, and maybe this applies to me and you. Imam says, "Ma liya arakum ashbahan bila arwah." He says, what is happening that I see you as bodies without souls, and souls without bodies. I see you as traders without gaining any profit. You're businessmen, but you're not gaining any profit. I see you as wakeful but sleeping. How can someone be awake but sleeping? How can someone be awake but sleeping? Sleepwalking. No, that's a good one, but no, not quite. Zain?
Like basically someone someone who's awake but finds something really boring.
Someone who's awake and finds something really good, like this lecture, for example. No.
It's fun. But like something that's really like you want to go to sleep at.
Good, that's another way of looking at it, yeah?
If their body's awake but their soul inside them is asleep.
Oh, that's a lovely answer. If their bodies are awake, their eyes might be open, they might be walking around, they might be talking, they might be eating, they might be sitting around, but their soul is asleep. So they're not thinking about God, they're not thinking about the Holy Prophet, they're not doing anything with their life for their life hereafter, for example. So, let us finish here. We had some history in this lecture, we had some Akhlaq, we had some quotes from our first Imam. But the most important thing I think we take away from this lecture is that we impress people with our conduct, with our behavior, and that is a true honor of the Holy Prophet. Let us remember the Holy Prophet and all the Ahlul Bayt with a very loud salawat, please.
Thank you, Sheikh. We have just finished our 7th year of Madrasa proceedings in the year of 2014. For these years, we have had our principal as Dr. Qamar Abbas, and may I request you all to welcome him to present his annual report and observations to all of the past year. Please recite aloud salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي صلوات. I might need to move it because I suppose you may need to look at the screen than me. This is the time I'm proudly finishing our 7th year of running. For the last 7 years, we have got students who have graduated, some of them are here already, and mashallah contributing to the community. And today I'm just going to summarize what we achieved in the last year and inshallah what we will be looking forward to in the next year. We just heard some of the quotes from our first Imam. One of the favorite ones which I have is the most complete gift of God is a life based on knowledge. And that if what gives us the most satisfaction is actually having discussion with somebody and be able to bring our next generation up or be able to contributing to other communities where we have got an opinion which is based on knowledge rather than assumptions. And this is even more applicable today. And I say that with a bit of conviction because when some years back we formed our vision, you might agree or disagree with that because it's about 7 years old, but I still think it applies a lot. In the first part of it, we talked about what we will be teaching about. We'll be teaching Tareekh, Fiqh, Akhlaq, Quran. But the important focus that we had set ourselves to do 7 years back, and it's even more applicable today, is actually to help our children to acquire the skills to enable them to constructively contribute to the well-being of the society in which we live. And this is even more applicable. 7 years back, we had a lot of crises. And I'm sure we all follow the news. The crisis is getting bigger. And only way to deal with it is just having the self-awareness. Who we are, where we come from, what strong conviction we have towards. We just heard that we can learn all of it, sit in the classroom, I can teach all my children whatever they want to do. But if I am not actually being a role model, I can't expect them to learn from me. And if I can't expect them to learn from us, how can I expect somebody on the street to actually not condemn Muslims and Islams for what is happening in the world? We recently heard there were a lot of crises all over. And we can sit on the Facebook and be forced politicians write down that actually Muslims are not responsible for this and Islam is a better religion than that. How do they know? You tell them, I tell them, they tell them. Maybe I have lost, because I'm getting old and I'm already very old, And inshallah, when you guys are my age, you guys have achieved all of that. You have told the society, developed your focus. We are better than what you think we are. When we turn around and say that there's a small minority of the people who turns around and does that, why is the majority silent? It's because of that lack, and I will say that very strongly because I believe in that, because of that lack of conviction that we have towards our own religion. Maybe if I have love towards my Holy Prophet, I will want to be like him. I will want to tell people that he was better than that, and I will go out and tell other people like that. And how do we do that? We will, inshallah, will keep on changing our vision every year, slight bit in the terms of the names of the classes, and I'll touch on that a bit. As you could see, over the last few years, we had different themes of the years. First year, we just wanted to come together as community. Second year, we picked up the topic of Azadari, holy ladies. Then we found our roots, our beliefs, the roots. So we went back to our Usul-e-Din at that time, our beliefs, our prayers, and last year about our prophets. This year, we will have a different theme. Last year, we had a very vibrant theme, which included, as you could see, you'll already know the names of them. So what did we do? I'm trying to rush because we're just behind the time. January, we started after naming our classes after the Ulul Azm prophets. Nuh, Ibrahim, Musa, Isa, and Muhammad. And over the year, we tried to achieve some messages. We had a prize distribution ceremony at that time. And also, in order to contribute to the community, which is my passion, that we go out and contribute to other people, what do we do? Is proud of our children. They got together, not just they raise funds for a hospice, some of them went on to contribute by volunteering on a day for the hospice in the name of Imam Hussain. And that was published in the newsletter of the hospice, which was distributed in the community in the Essex. And when we actually get to the magazine, you will see the pictures of our children contributing there. We went on to have our midterm exams. In May, we had the Parents' Day, a bit different theme than we have been doing over the last few years. Last year's, just like today, we get our children to prepare a production and present it to us in front of your parents. We are ever growing, and the time is getting shorter and shorter. So what we will be doing, inshallah, this year, rather than having the presentation for the day, we will have a dedicated presentation day later in the year. And hopefully the students will contribute, and I really hope all of you can come and see them, encourage them. Other part of the vision, involving the outside community. So in June, we again sometime invite outside. Every time we have got a chief guest from outside. This time we had the local MP again. He has been here a few times, who came and actually was quite supportive towards us. We had a huge crisis in summer. Some of you might not know, and some of you, like me, who were scratching our head not to do what we were doing, especially because for Ramadan, all of us were fasting for long days, and in the afternoon when you're exhausted, still at work, getting phone calls to know, not working. Lawford Media School has got a lot of construction work going on, and they approached us to say the construction work could only be done on the weekends. So they had to pull out of their contract. And we had to run around maniacally to find another place. Really thanks to Sister Farah Sheikh, Sister Aqila, that finally we have got a home where we are sitting. Inshallah, in a couple of years when we have got our own center, we will be moving there so that we will have all the teaching facilities there. I just wanted to mention it because, like Hussain Bhai said, lots of work which goes behind the scenes and lots of nervous breakdowns, which hopefully by the time we come to you, we are appearing much more calmer and peaceful. And at that time, we were actually having a discussion, will we have a madrasa or not? But thanks to the sisters, we got there. the activities of the madrasa went on over the year, annual exams, we had the majlis. And that was the year as we had gone. This year, when we moved here as well, we had a bit more room to achieve something else, which we have been trying to do, but I'm more confident this year. Sister Farah Sheikh, who's here, has led on this project. We have got an inclusion policy, allocation of resources for our additional members of the community, who, a couple of them have had full day or the time with the sister, who has obviously got special training in working with these children. And this year, these children have really impressed me a lot. And thanks to Sister Farah, we have focused on individual development, they have participated, but we need to work with the parents. Not just the parents of those children, but all the parents. To work after every single person in the community. And only will be successful if you come forward and help us out. This is the cycle of improvement which Sister has produced. Too fast for me. Identifying special needs, we assess, set appropriate challenges, identifying strategies to achieve the outcomes, and evaluate the impact. So assess, plan, do, and then review. This is what the simple model should be for everyone. But this class achieved that for the year, and we will acknowledge them as we go towards our award ceremony. So say loud salawat for our two students who have achieved all of this, Momin Ali Shah and Vania Iqbal. Say loud salawat for them.
Allah salli ala Muhammad.
So moving on to the coming year. Challenges are even bigger. Almost the same as we had, but they are bigger. Some of the time, and I'm sure other teachers do the same, when I start my class, it goes on to look at the contemporary issues. What happened around the world? What is happening in this year's the election year. Last couple of years, last year we had the local elections. Discussion about that. How do we contribute to the society on that? Do we have a strategy on that? We are not saying to vote for one party or the other, but do we have an opinion based on our own values? And that's what our children need to learn. And how will it get a bit more difficult? It's because if we do not have participation from you, every single parent, every single child, we won't be able to achieve that. So what's our theme for this year? As you saw, our beliefs, our roots, our values, this year, it's our pride. Year 1 and 2. Have we got somebody from year 1 here? You are. You just don't know you are. Oh, Brother Muntazir is there. So say loud salawat, he will still be stuck in year 1. And they are children on the back. Their name will be Muhammad class. And this year, we will try to learn about Prophet a bit more at a very early age. Year 3, which will become year 4, who is in year 4 or 3 before, mashallah, for a few. Your class will be Fatima class, and this time we will hear a lot about our noble lady. Our class, which I just congratulated on their hard work this year, Momin and Vania, your class is called Zahra class. And again, we will hear about noble lady from you guys rather than me telling you guys, or Sister Farah telling you guys. We go to a bit more older classes. Sorry,
Are these the content ones?
yeah, fantastic, we picked up them. Year 5, which will be year 6. I think it's the biggest class in our madrasa, isn't it? Salawat. This year you have got a big challenge. We will name your class as Ali class. And what we will expect you to do is actually go through the year with the sayings from Nahjul Balagha, which are relevant to us today. So all of you will work on finding something from Imam Ali's book, Nahjul Balagha, write a saying, and we'll keep on working on it all year long. So that will be our work with you guys. Year 8 and 10, which was year 7 and 9 before. Am I right? Who is here? Few of you guys. So it will be Hassan class. Anybody identifies this? The students actually. Do you know which this building is? Or what is this building? Jannatul Baqi. Is that what it looks like?
Oh no.
Fantastic answer. This is how Jannatul Baqi looked like some years back, and this was the shrine of our imams. This has been demolished for years, and this year we'll talk about Imam Hassan and this where he was buried. Next one. And this is another big challenge. Year 11, 10, which used to be year 10. Anybody from year 10 who is now year 11? MashaAllah. Imam Hussain. You have heard a lot of stories about how we are trying to integrate in the society to tell them who is Hussain. Many of us have been involved, done a lot of things going outside. But this year will be for you to actually look at what Hussain looked like from outside. We do a lot of spiritual work in our majalis, and inshallah that's the biggest source of strength to us. But our ancestors got something very right. And what they got right was impress people like Gandhi and other people. I was just in Pakistan, and I found some very huge banners there, and I couldn't get all of them. So what I tried to do is actually got them some of those sayings from non-Muslims on only one banner. And these are the sayings from, as I said, there are a lot more than that. But these are some non-Muslims who have said things about Imam. Our ancestors got it right. They got to send the message outside, so people were impressed. We need to go back to that. And my children, I'm very confident, they will keep on working and they will tell the people better than me who is Hussain. Let's say Lord Salawat for them. This is my vision, or my theme, or our vision. We work together for this year. The challenges are still there. We need you to contribute. Hussain Bhai had an overwhelming response, which I congratulate him for. Join the club because I sometimes have the same response. We need you. That's the bottom line. Even if, for sometimes for teaching, for administrating, maybe the teachers could be actually allowed to work in the classes, because just delivering a lesson is easy. I can go there and ask them to read. That's not what we want to achieve. We want to develop our own strengths. For example, I want to learn Tareekh before I go and teach them. So what it says about, say, Holy Prophet and his Sulh Hudaybiyah, I want to know a bit more background. Are there any more facts around? Are there any more things which have happened in this world? How that model transfers into the Muslim community. I need to read that. I can do a bit more of that work, and same will apply in Akhlaq and Tareekh, Fiqh and Quran. If, thanks to Minhaj Bhai, Hussain Bhai, people like that, if we can contribute on functions like this, if somebody, mashallah, we all have got lots of capabilities, if we can join hands and somebody can take responsibility for annual day, publishing magazines, doing sports day, which takes a lot of work. I bet the sports day, I was very surprised that the emails about sports day were low. Maybe because we had more meetings about sports day. Because we just couldn't do it on emails or phone. We just had to meet. And it took a lot of time to organize that. Need help, please. Sorry, let's go back. I'm running out of time, so I just want to quickly. Students' involvement. This year, you will see that there have been interest about students' representative, and all the students, who some of them are more enthusiastic than their parents, need to get involved. So we will have a student council. So every class can contribute. Every class can actually have some ideas. and we will have 2 main student representatives who will basically run this council to feed us back and take some responsibility. It's everybody's madrasa. That's what we do. Just some information for this year. Before I do that, I thank all of the students who contributed a lot to the magazine. Can I have a couple of volunteers? Ramesh and Daniel can help me out here. This year's magazine is just going to distribute. So thanks to all the students who contributed. Thanks to all the teachers who basically reviewed. Sister Akila for putting it all together in the end, because I this time abandoned everything on her. And she did a fantastic job telling me off this morning as well that actually sent her the wrong PDFs and everything. And she had to start again from the scratch when I was away. And I'm so sorry for doing that. Public apology for that. This magazine, when you guys contribute, especially the older children, you mashallah have gone on to do some research work. And I'm proud of that. You have looked at Risalat al-Huquq, you have looked at Mullah Sadra, you have looked at Ammar ibn Yasir. Because these are the conventional topics which are hard to cover in the madrasa. And again, with the support of parents and against teachers, you can go out and work on these things so that you can publish something more, and we can use it not just as a magazine but as a resource. You can take it back and I can learn reading from it what Risalat al-Huquq is actually about, who Ammar ibn Yasir actually was. And inshallah, this will be a bit of a top book of interest for you. We will get manuals next week. Inshallah, when you come back to your classes next week, you will have your own manuals which will be delivered. Supplementary to that book, and again for the parents, we are actually producing a supplementary booklet. And I request you all to work, the children should work on it and parents should encourage them. It obviously has got some background information like mission statement, code of conduct, year planner. But it also has got sections on Azan, Iqama and Salat. To encourage children to assess ongoing Salat over here, rather than just having the Salat assessment for one day and they forget about it all year long. So I need your help to encourage your children, not just to recite Salat, but please check on that they are doing it correctly. In the end, there is a daily Salat and Quran chart, which was in the manuals last year, but it was not ticked off or signed off on majority of the students. We are not here to police, we are here to encourage. And we can only run this encouragement with your help. If you encourage us, we can encourage children, and you can encourage the children as well. And only this way, we will make sure that by the time they are my age, they have got some concrete roots. So please make use of it. Again, I just need to finish it, but all the issues which, again, in the code of conduct is a bit more detailed this year. Please read it and please try to follow it. We need to work together so that we all work, especially the cleanliness of the school. This school has got a different anatomy than what it had in the last school. I'm sure I have shared with the students, and they will appreciate my embarrassment when somebody emails me to say we left garbage. We are taking pride that we are teaching our children Akhlaq and morality here. And to leave somebody else's belonging in a mess is nothing but just bad Akhlaq. Sometimes I see very crudely and very strongly, but if we are sending out a message to them, we are nice people, and our Holy Prophet can't be bad because we behave like him, and we are follower of the person who actually says Safai or cleanliness is half of the faith. Please come here, encourage your children, and please ask your children as well, have they cleaned where they were? And all the students, please clean before you leave. This is the first and foremost responsibility for us. Let's move on quickly. You have known about it. Dress code, again, inshallah, we'll keep on following, but reminder, like every year, is important. Full length shirts, not the t-shirts which are a bit higher. And ladies should be in hijab. Some nice pictures there, the right way. And this one, especially, the sister actually picked it out for me. On the left to do, and on the right not to do. So basically, I will be hoping that when we are depicting our religion, our values, our faith here, please will follow that. Classroom discipline. Next one. Communication issues. Sen Bhai has been fantastic. You have got his details. Please do that. Please volunteer. That's the big message. The team has stayed the same, but inshallah, every year my hope is that next year we'll find somebody much more capable than I am, others are, and they will try to run as smoothly, much better than I can. But even if you don't want to be there, please be part of it. So we are all our parts, then we will run it. The only name which has changed, and I'll be very proud to announce Ammar Abbas and Jarar Hussain. They will be joint student council. Thank you, Ramesh, for doing all the hard work last year. And personal thank you, and thanks for organizing this as well, to have a smooth transition. See, they are able to do what I can't do. I want to smoothly transfer it to somebody, but Ramesh has smoothly transferred it. And before that, Fazal transferred it. Don't know how you do it. Thank you to all the people who contributed, Sister Akila, Brother Muntazir, Sheikh Abbas, Sister Ruby, Sister Shabnam, who is not here, Sister Farah, Sister Saira, Sister Zina, Sister Soleha, Rizwana, Ali Raza, Ali Asrar, who are not here, and Sister Farishta, and Ramesh. Thank you. If I've missed any name, I'm so sorry. But thanks to everyone who has really helped all of us out. Also, thank you to Brother Fayaz, who is here, Jamaat, and all the EC who has pulled all the resources to help us out on a day-to-day basis. The administration of this school, who literally, I just will share very quickly with you because I'm well over my time, is when we actually sister contacted, and I think it was earlier in the week, and they made it so smooth transition for us. We were here on Saturday. I think we contacted them on Monday or Tuesday. And we wish we would have known about them before that, but I'm sure we will thank, and sister who is a teacher here will pass on my thanks to all the administration. And all of you in the front or the back, wherever are the students. Thank you for coming. Thank you for participating. Even if the marks and everything is important, but what you have become, what you have achieved, is become friends. And friends and this camaraderie which is going on between them, by the time you are my age again, you will have excellent friends who will remind you of good and bad. But you don't have to even remind you, just look at each other and you know how to behave. That's my observation from you. Thank you for being here. You have got year planner in the magazine, please keep hold of that. We are here today having prize distribution. Parents' Day will be 14th March, half-term exam dates, Sports Day, non-people day will be after that, and we will restart classes after holidays on 19th of September. We'll have a majlis, annual exams date, and these are the dates when madrasa will be closed on that day. So, thank you very much for listening to me. I'll be happy to take any questions if there is. If not, the students are reaching, so I will proceed towards my next part. Now, as I said, thank you to all the students, and that was a verbal thanks, and there will be a written thanks. So what I am going to do now, invite some of the teachers to come here and give you your certificate for the year. So can I first request Brother Muntazir and Sister Saleha to come forward and give the certificates to our new class. Say loud salawat. Adan Zedi. Say loud salawat. I just remembered, Adan could not be here because her grandmother is not well, is in the hospital. So please, we will pray for their quick recovery, inshallah. Kausar Bakhshi. Mahdi Khadami. Mushtaba Khadimi. Sayyid Mahdi. Amir Ahmadi. He's keen, you can see that. MashaAllah. Kulsum Rizvi. Mehdiya Rasuli. Sorry, no, sorry, you can sit here. So record the other one. Zain Ali Jafri. Thank you very much. For Ibrahim class, can I ask Sister Ruby and Sister Aqila to kindly come and give these certificates? Armin Ali. Asnan Shah. Tazeen Zaidi. Muhammad Ahmadi. Leon Ismail. Sophia Ali. Hasibullah Ramzi. With 100%. Daniel Heather. Iman Jafri. Thank you very much. Can I ask Hussein Bhai and Minhaz Bhai to come forward? So they loud salawat. Mehdiya Rasuli. Zinat Haji. Fatima Ahmadi. Hussain Jaddi, Ali Abbas Haji, Zamina Haji, Hana Babakar,
محمد وعلي
Zain Muhammad Wali,
اللهم صل على
Hani Abbas, Zara Fatma Ali, Iman Iqbal, Samad Rasuli, Idris Muzaffari, Husna Muzaffari, Nabila Ramzi,
اللهم صل على
Zahra Jafri,
اللهم صل على
Zuhair Jafri, May I request now our two graduates who have been fantastic all year, Daniel and Ramesh, to come to give some certificates. Say loud salawat for them. Firstly, our friends from this class we just talked about, Vania Iqbal, Sayyid Muhammad Ali Shah, Muhammad Zain Ali, Muhammad Iqbal, Rida Jafri, Suhail Haji, Mustafa Shah,
محمد وعلي
Abbas Shah, Haidar Bakhshi, Abbas Hussain, Simal Naqvi, Asad Naqvi,
محمد وعلي
Zahra Zaman, Sana Batul Haidar, for Prophet Muhammad class, can I request Fayaz Haji and Sister Saira, please present certificate. Say loud salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
And Ali Aswar. Mahira Zaidi.
اللهم صل على
Good job, you short because nobody's here. Jarar Hussain. Kumail Panjwani.
محمد وآل محمد.
Amar Abbas.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Razia Bakshi. Sakina Muhammad. Over the year, we actually observe our students, and some of them have been real role models. Despite the other things are different, so there are different awards for different things. One of the awards who have been role models to encourage all the students participate in the programs, contribute to the madrasa, be the part of the community. There are some awards which are named as Zahra Awards. May I request our Sheikh Abbas Ismail to kindly come and present those awards. Say Saud Sabah.
محمد وآل محمد.
First of all, as I already have expressed how impressed I have been, so may I request those two students to come and receive their Az-Zahra awards who have achieved so much, contributed to the whole of the madrasa community, and inshallah they will keep on progressing. Thanks. And again, let's firstly say Lord Salawat to Sister Farah Sheikh for her contributions.
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
And first award to Vanya Iqbal.
صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
And second one is Sayyid Muhammad Ali Shah.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
The next award, although they have been very little, there are two of them, I will call them one by one, but in the madrasa they have become part of it's so much. They are leaders in their own classes, and mashallah they have achieved a lot. So firstly, Daniel Heather.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Second, another one, especially for his achievements in Quran, but generally, all the teachers are telling me that he has been a delight to teach, Leon Ismail.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
From the younger to the older one, he again has contributed a lot to the madrasa. I must say he is like Leon, he also contributed so much that last year he also achieved this award. He has been a delight for everyone, comes here, sets all the salat table and whatever tables. So he is very practical. He is one of those which I was talking about earlier, that he does not learn by the book, but he actually contributes. And he contributes not just to us, but in his school as well, I believe. But brings his iPad and everything to help in the classes. Suhail Haji.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
I honestly feel very proud of all the students, and thank you very much. That is why it's important to acknowledge every single one of you. You have achieved a lot. The exam marks are usually calculated from year 4 onwards. So inshallah, because other than that, you all are brilliant students anyway, aren't you? Year 5 onwards, this year was year 5, because there wasn't any year 4. So for 6th Al-Murtaza Award, can I request Sister Aqila and Minhas Bhai come forward to present those awards? Say loud salawat. First Al-Murtaza Award goes to Iman Iqbal. Second Al-Murtaza Award is for Simal Naqwi. Say loud salawat. Simal is not here. Third Al-Murtaza Award goes to Hussain Jaddi. Salawat. Hussain could not be here as well. The next Al-Murtaza Award goes to Zinat Haji. And the next Al-Murtaza Award goes up to Sana Batul Haidar. And the next Al-Murtaza Award to Muhammad Iqbal. Thank you very much. For the final 6th Al-Mustafa Award, may I request? Again, because last time they had only few certificates to give, so it's Fayyaz Haji and Saira Haji. Please do it. First Al-Mustafa Award to Zain Muhammad Walji.
Muhammad.
Next Al-Mustafa Award goes to Ali Abbas Haji.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Next Al-Mustafa Award goes to Zamina Haji.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Next Al-Mustafa Award goes to Ammar Abbas.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
In Tareekh paper, he filled in 7 extra pages, and it took me like whole night to read it. It was writing a book here. You knew his dad was not.
Yeah. I got good Akhlaq.
The next Al-Mustafa Award to Kumail Panjwani.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Final Al-Mustafa Award I have is for Hani Abbas.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Thank you very much. Can we say loud salawat for all our students?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
I feel humbled and I feel proud. This is the time when obviously students have achieved a lot. But I think the biggest trophy is for me, because I have achieved a lot, which is to actually have those students coming, and this is smile which they have, all of you, and the people who have done so well all year round. even if you don't have one piece of plastic, does not mean that that you have done anything less. So proud of all of you. So, for my pride, can we say out salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all of the students for their achievements in the last year. We are lucky to have role models in our Masumin alayhi salam. They were our true leaders, and today we still have our 12th Imam Zaman alayhi salam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
May Allah hasten his reappearance. In our local community, we have leaders who look for guidance from our Masumin's life to provide us with local leadership. May I request you all to welcome our Jamaat President, Fayaz Hadi, to come and speak to us. Please recite aloud salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I begin in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Sheikh Abbas, our resident alim, Dr. Qamar Abbas, Honorable Principal, my elders, brothers, sisters, and my young friends, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
I'm indeed humbled and delighted to be speaking here at the annual day of our madrasa, and indeed delighted to be the president of such a vibrant community. Our madrasa is now celebrating its 7th year, and having seen it grow from its infancy to the level it is now, on behalf of the Essex Jamaat and myself, I would like to pass my sincere gratitude to the madrasa team under the leadership of Dr. Qamar and his team for the many hours they put in to the madrasa. Your reward lies with the Almighty, and I pray that Allah gives you all the tawfiq to carry on with this humble task. My next message is for our young friends and the madrasa students. My young friends, what this institution teaches you is a way of life. So when you step out in the wide world, you can use these teachings to navigate through the worldly tasks and keeping your religion at heart. It makes you a better citizen, and when you walk the street and the people outside say that these are the followers of Muhammad. So younger brothers, make sure you learn what you learn here, but take it outside so you can follow what you are taught in this institution. So I pray that you all have the strength and tawfiq to follow the teachings of our infallibles. Finally, once again, my sincere thanks to Chancellor Park School for letting us use these facilities, and thanks to Akilabai for facilitating and making sure we managed to secure this site. May I please request Akilabai to pass our thanks to the school on our behalf. My thanks to all of the parents who take their time out from their busy schedules to bring the children here. But parents, we need a lot more help from you. Not only help with teaching, and as teachers, we always need financial help. We at Essex Jamaat are a charity, and it only runs with the generous donations from our community. I would request all the parents here to help with any donations they can give to the madrasa. As I'm sure everyone knows, it says in the Quran, whatever you give in the name of Allah, He will reward you not only in this world, but in the hereafter, and He will increase it 70 times. All business people here will know that there is no investment in this world that will give you a return 70 times. but giving the name of Allah. This year we are also embarking on the building of our new center. People who have been to our programs know what the center will look like. Inshallah, the madrasa will be incorporated within that. We will be starting the work, inshallah, in the next 3 to 4 weeks. Mu'mineen, I request each and every parent here to donate sincerely of whatever they can. Pass the message on to friends, families, anyone they know about this project. Before I finish, as all you students have had an award, I also have an award to give out. I've been requested by Islamic Madrassa of Stanmore to pass this award on their behalf. This award is for Honorable Principal for a lifetime of service that he has given to this community and the community outside. May I please request Sheikh Abbas to come forward and present this award to Dr. Qamar Abbas with a loud Mara Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
After a lifetime award, you usually retire.
That's why I made sure it said from the Hujjat Stanmore Jamaat. So the Essex Jamaat is not giving the lifetime award yet. I think there's about 15 years left of that. Inshallah, and lifetime, I hope. Finally, and I know we're running out of time, as we celebrate the birthdays of two of our noble personalities, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam,
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
and our sixth beloved Imam As-Sadiq. Allahumma salli ala.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali.
It is the teachings in the University of Imam Sadiq that we are here today. Let us finish now with sending our salutations to our Prophet and the Imams. We will now recite Ya Nabi in English. Please follow the words with me, and the words will be on the screen. May I please request everyone to stand up.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Ya Nabi Salam Alayka, Ya Rasul Salam Alayka, Ya Habib Salam Alayka, Salawatullah Alayka. O Prophet, peace be upon you. O beloved, peace be upon you. Allah's blessings be upon you. Salawatullah alayka, Ya Nabi. Salam alayka, Ya Rasul. Salam alayka, Ya Habib. Salam alayka. Salawatullah alayka. You're the light of all creation. You're the channel of revelation. You're the path of our salvation. Salawatullah alayka, Ya Nabi. Salam alayka, Ya Rasul. Salam alayka, Ya Habib. Salam alayka. Salawatullah alayka. You are taught by divine inspiration. You taught peace to the Muslim nation. You showed Allah is the foundation. Salawatullah alayka, Ya Nabi, salam alayka, Ya Rasul, salam alayka, Ya Habib, salam alayka, salawatullah alayka. Salawat. Sit down. And finally, my last thanks goes to Qamar Abbas for all the effort he puts into madrasa. Every now and again he calls me to say he needs to find a replacement, but I've told him now, there's no use calling me now, because this is a lifetime job. And me and him are in this for the lifetime, I suppose. So, last thanks to Dr. Qamar Abbas for all the hard work of the loud Nari Samad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
I'll call upon Ammar again to finish the prayer.
Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
I'm sure that we have enjoyed the day, and now I thank you all on behalf of the Essex Madrasa for your kind patience and attendance. We are approaching Salat al-Zuhrayn time, so may Allah keep us on the right path, and let us say a loud salawat before we begin proceedings to prepare for Salat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
We're just going to have a quick, we're going to cut a cake. Can I request Kausar Bakshi, Amir, Mahdi, that is my class, unfortunately. Can you come forward and we'll cut the cake together? By Muhammad wa Muhammad Salawat.
Ami, come.
Can I have Kausar, Amir, and Mahdi? أفضل السلام
اللهم صل على
محمد وآل محمد. Smile everyone.
If you go,
smile everyone.
Like 3, 2,
Vamos chamar aqui, vamos. All right. Thank you. Right. Then you go and do what you do at the namaz now, one. After namaz.